Hey, y'all, it's your girl Ashley. Now I'm back with another video. This is Made Holy Ministries, where we're to be holy, just as the Lord Himself is holy. Okay, I'm not gonna make this word long at all, but I just wanted to give a friendly reminder or quick little knowledge on something. Okay, because we hear this a lot, like do what God told you to do, but we sometimes they must be feeling. We sometimes don't take heed to that. And sometimes we got to learn from other people's mistakes, okay? So this is literally a word of telling you that if God told you to do something, do it. If God told you to do something, do it. I can't stress it enough. If God tells you to do something, do it. Especially if God gave you a date. He gave you the month, the day, the year of when something's going to happen, but everything around it does not look right. Please move according to what God has told you, okay? I don't know what it is. Let me give y'all a little run through a little backstory about me. God told me to move. God had told me, it's not about the move, but God told me what day I was moving. He gave me the month, He gave me the day, He gave me the year, right? And He told me this in August. He gave me the month in August. He told me in August you're moving in September. And then He gave me the month, the beginning of September. I mean, not the month, the day in the beginning of September. It's like the very ending. Just know that I came into September knowing that September 25th I'm moving. Right? Now you would think, okay, because I know this, I know where I'm going, that I would have already booked my flight. Like, you have to book a flight in order to get there. I did not book my flight. You know why I didn't? Because I held back. I'm just like, okay, Lord, I had already applied for this place. I got denied. If I apply for this place again and I don't get denied, I'm not going anywhere. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I wasn't booking my flight in faith. I didn't book it in faith. I didn't do it when God told me to do it. I was moving based off of I got to see it to believe it before I booked my flight to come over here, because I'm not about to waste my money. And in doing that, I wasted my money. Y'all listen. Right? So I had applied for the place. The second time I got denied again. I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going. But God still opened. Though that one door was closed, God still opened another door for me to get here. And right now I am in Houston, Texas. He opened up another door for me to get here. And as the days get by, you know that when the date of you trying to book your flight is getting closer and closer, it's the more money that has to come out your pockets. Y'all, the time that I looked at the flight, it was only $54 for a one-way, right? Because I wanted to see it to believe it. Didn't want to move when God told me to, though I had the month, the date, the year. I still didn't do it. I should have booked my flight, but days before I had to leave is when I was booking my flight. The day I decided to book my flight, y'all, the flight was $243. I was like, you know what, I need a little more confirmation. I need to know that this is God, God gave me confirmation. I waited again. I waited the next day, y'all. My flight went up to $343, an extra $100 on my flight ticket. And I was just like, oh my God. And it was that's what you get for trying to wait, still trying to ask for multiple confirmations. That's what you get for not just simply trusting God. That's what you get for and it's not in a bad sense. It's just you should have listened. He gave you the date. He gave you the time. He told you, yet you wanted to wait on it. Wait on this, wait on that. And this is this was my conviction. And I, like I said, we can sometimes learn from other people's situations. Y'all, if God tells you to do something, do it. Because if you don't do it when He tells you to do it, move mind you, God didn't tell me when to book the flight, but it made sense. You have the date of when you have to go book the flight. So it wasn't that I didn't know that I needed to book the flight. It wasn't that. It's just I was holding it back. I wanted to see everything else fall into place first before I booked my flight, so that, okay, if I don't have a stable home there, I'm not going there. If I don't have a stable home there, I'm not going. And it was okay, you're trying to save your money. Well, how about I take your money? And that's what happened, because I was I'm still going to go regardless. You open up a door for me. I still have to go, but it took all the money out my pockets. And it was just so that's why I'm really emphasizing, if God tells you to do something, and it's not this, I'm just speaking on that from my point of view, but this could be in any situation that God tells you. That's why I'm if He gives you a specific date, move. If He tells you a specific thing, move. If He tells you to go somewhere, to do something, to speak to somebody, do it. Because you don't know what can come out. Like, you don't know what's gonna come out of the delay. You don't know if you're gonna what's gonna happen if you do delay in the situation. You don't know, like, if you have to talk to somebody, if you don't speak to the person, God forbid, you were supposed to speak to them and stop them from suicide. If you didn't speak, if you decide, okay, God, I'm not going to speak to them, then boom, they go ahead and harm themselves, you know. Or if God tells you, hey, give some money to somebody, and you're like, no, I'm going to keep my own money. That could have been some money for them to get something situated at a certain time, you know. Like, it just, like, just be obedient when God tells you to do something. Be obedient. Like I said, it's something that we hear so much, like, do it, do what God said, but we don't move. And then later we reap the consequences of not moving when we're supposed to move. Okay, and this happens to all of us, okay? We all fall victim of it, okay? We all fall victim of it, but instead of, you know, like, falling victim of it so many times, falling into the same mistakes so many times, you know, hearing it and not heeding to the instructions, just do it so that you could be safe, on the safer side. It's more like a I'd rather be safe than sorry type of thing. Just move, just do it, just be obedient. You don't know what's going to come out of your obedience. You don't. And then on top of that, when you do that, it is a faith-based move. Okay, God, in my situation, I would have been like, okay, God, yeah, I did get denied before for the apartment, but I'm going to go ahead and book my flight. That would have been me moving in faith, like, okay, everything else ain't looking right, but hey, I booked my flight anyways in faith because I'm going to go there on the specific date. You get me? So I don't know how y'all can apply this to y'all lives, but look, just like I said, learn from me, learn from my mistake. We all fall victim of it. Sometimes we like to faith because it gets to a point where we get discouraged. It's just like, God, you got to move, and God is like, I'm God, you gonna move first, and then I'm gonna hit you with a checkmate, okay? But yeah, sometimes we need to make that move, make that faith-based move, okay? Sometimes we do like the faith because sometimes it gets discouraging. You start become hopeless, prayerless. You start to try to figure things out. You start to try to make things work on your own time, your own way, off your own strength. And it's just like, God is God. And God, like, it's impossible to please him without faith. So if you're not doing something in faith, then what you're expecting to do is not gonna come out. So then God's gonna have to make a different way or open a different door for you. And it's gonna be a door that you're not okay with, but it's necessary. God's still gonna open that door anyhow. It may not be the door that you want. So in a sense, you delay yourself. I could have been in my own apartment, but I like the faith of God making a way for me, you know. And like I said, this can apply to you in any situation. Don't be a me. Don't be an Ashley where you think, okay, God, you got to move in order for me to move. Okay. Ask me if I learned my lesson. I did. I did. Ask me if I'm gonna do it again, and not. Okay. But that is all I wanted to say. If God said to do it, do it. Just do it. Okay, just do it. All right. I love you guys, but the Lord loves you guys so much more. Bye.